So I am so excited to bring you another practice today. It's going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to do 45 minutes. So feel free to get your mat, get a block, get organized, and yeah, we'll get to it. So let's start on our mats. So roll your shoulder blades back and down. And actually, if you do have a block or something to sit on, start on that today. If you have a block, kind of scoot forward and allow your shins to touch the ground and your knees to be nice and relaxed, to allow your hips to relax. And then bring your hands to your knees and close your eyes. Start to start to set up your practice for this new day. Allow your shoulders to relax. Even easy breaths in and out through your nose. I'll take a few more deep breaths. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Feel the length of your spine. Feel centered, feel grounded. You need to take care of today, meaning your body. The love. Practice, whatever that may be for you today. Being present, being focused, being mindful, taking this time for yourself. Ease here. Yourself off your block. You can just put it to the side and come onto all fours. Hands. Press your fingertips into the ground, press your palms into the ground, have the tops of your feet onto the ground. 5 cat and cows to start with. Exhale, arch your back, look towards your belly. Front of your head comes up. Look towards your belly. Tail arch. Let's actually do 2 more. Exhale, arch. Up. Last one. Exhale, arch. Up. Come back to your center. Pull your hands back. So hopefully this is okay on your wrists. See if you can bring your shoulders over your wrists and your fingertips back, pointing towards your knees. And then just move a little bit from side to side. If this feels really good for you, you can curl your toes under and almost come back onto your heels and give your wrists a nice big stretch out. Position, bring your fingertips out to the sides. Then maybe move a little bit side to side. And then fingertips forward again, side to side. And then extend your arms forward. Maybe your knees come back a little bit, puppy pose. Bring your knees back so your hips are right over your knees and extend your arms forward. Allow your forehead to come down to the ground. Some of you might be able to put your chin and your chest on the ground. And then you can have the tops of your feet can roll to the ground. And just breathe in and out through your nose. Stretch. Take another breath here. Forward onto your belly. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest. Straighten out your arms as much as you'd like. Bring your palms together. Engage your glutes and bring your toes off the ground and bring your heart and your chest off the ground a little bit. Take 2 breaths here. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Roll your shoulder blades back and down and lift up your heart and your chest a little bit more. baby cobra. Come back down, 2 more, roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift up your heart and your chest. Last one, roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift up your heart and your chest. Down. Extend your right arm out, push into your left hand, and roll onto your right hip. You can bring your head to the ground, and if you'd like, you can reach around and grab your top foot, left toes, bend your knee, and give yourself a little bit of a quadricep stretch. I love this one, especially if you've been running. See if you can, it's coming together. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift up your heart and your chest. Little cobra. Back to your center. Extend your left arm out, palm faces down, arms straight up from your shoulder. Roll onto your left hip. Bring your left ear to the ground. Bend your right knee, grab the top of your foot with your right hand. Quadricep stretch. Another option is if you want, you can actually put this foot on the ground and even grab your other hand. So if you really want a big shoulder stretch, you can do that as well. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders again, and then pop up maybe a little bit higher. If you want to come into up dog, straighten out your arms. Allow the tops of your feet to be on the ground, and just a nice arch in your back. If this hurts your back at all, come back down onto your quads. Have your elbows nice and bent into cobra. Take another breath. Up onto all fours. Extend your right leg out to your toes. Extend your heel back as far as you can, so get a nice big stretch in your calf. And then bring your leg up. Pull in your belly. Take another breath here. Good, and extend your leg out to the side, a little bit hip work. And back. Out to the side. And back. And last one, extend your leg out to the side. Bring your foot down. Bottom of your foot on the ground, press into your left toes, bring your left knee out to the side, and sink back into your hips. Have your hands forward and your forehead on the ground. Your knees, you can always come up onto your forearms. Otherwise, sink back into your hips and feel that nice groin stretch. Take another breath here. To all fours, organize yourself, and then just little rotations. You can get into your ribs, about 3 one way and 3 the other. So nice little circles, big circles, whatever you like. Kind of organizing yourself. Center. Extend your left leg out to your toes. Reach back through your heel. Give yourself a nice big stretch back there. Flex your foot, pull in your belly. Glute here, this is great glute activation for the beginning of the day. And bring your leg out to the side, strong hips, and back. Back. Side, and back. Side, and bring your leg down. Toes forward, press your right toes into the ground, bring your knee out to the side, and sink back into your hips. This time come onto your fingertips, so you have a nice, like a lot of space underneath your armpits, so you just get a nice big stretch through your shoulders. Take another breath here. Back up onto all fours. Curl your toes under, downward dog. Raise your hips into the sky. Pedal it out, one heel, your other heel. Work on, and this might feel a little bit different, but maybe have your toes together today. Have your hands as wide as the mat. Bend one knee, bend your other knee, walk it out, walk forward into your high plank. Keep walking your feet out. And then back. Plank. Feet so they're mat width apart. Slide your hands all the way back towards your feet. Bend your knees, round your spine up. Raise your arms into the sky, look up. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk yourself all the way forward into your high plank. Shift your heels over. Kick that out of the way. Shift your heels over to your right hand side and lift your left arm to the sky. Look up towards your top hand and then bring your top hand over your ear and give yourself a nice big stretch. So a nice big stretch to the side body. Back to the ground. And other side. Shift your heels over to your left hand side. Bring your right arm to the sky. Lift your hips up a little higher. Then bring your arm by your ear and give yourself a nice big arc, a nice big stretch. Pause here. Take another nice deep breath. You can always come onto your knees if you'd like. Walk yourself all the way back. And then bend into your knee and bring your elbows to your knees. Squat to start with. Pick up your right heel. Pick up your left heel. Find your balance. Drop your right heel, drop your left heel. Maybe a little bit lower. You can bring your hands to the inside of your knees. Pick up your right heel. Pick up your left heel. Set your right heel down. Set your left heel down. Bring your hands down. Straighten out your legs, standing forward fold. Shake it out. One heel or one knee bent, your other knee bent. Allow your head to come forward. Allow all that nice blood to rush into your head. Stimulating your creative flow, your creative juices for today. Take another nice deep breath. Round your spine up. Raise your arms into the sky, look up. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward. Walk yourself all the way back into your high plank. Pause here. Challenge. Bring your right leg up. Take another breath. Left leg up. All the way down onto your belly. Bring the tops of your feet to the ground. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest again. So bring your palms together, shoulders together. Look just forward. Bring your toes up if you'd like. Nice back strengthener. Take another breath. Slide your hands underneath your chest. However you'd like to get to your downward dog. Press yourself up. Wide downward dog. Feet as wide as a mat. Bend one knee, bend your other knee, and then step them together. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Walk yourself all the way forward to the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip width apart. Soften your knees, round your spine up. Raise your arms into the sky, look up. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward. Shoot your right leg back. Lower your back knee. Raise your arms into the sky. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest. Lift your back knee off the ground if you'd like. Here. Bring your left hand to your left quad and bring your right hand up to the sky. Arch over to your left hand side. You can also do this with your knee on the ground. Take another nice deep breath. Lower your hands down. Step back, downward dog. Feet together. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Flatten your back, bend your knees if you'd like. Another nice deep breath. Hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale all the way up, fingertips to touch. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, shoot your left leg back. Lower your back knee, raise your arms into the sky. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest. Lift your back knee up if you'd like. Take another nice deep breath here. Really opening up the shoulders today. Your right hand to your right quad. Left hand comes to the sky. Arch over to your left hand side. So you should feel it, hip flexor. Lower your palms down, downward dog. Raise your hips into the sky, toes together. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Bend both knees, separate them, look towards your hands. Hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise all the way up, fingertips to touch. Lower your hands to heart center. Step your feet is pretty wide. So come to a wide leg stance on your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Just pause here. Inhale, raise up, look up. Lower your hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale up, look up. And then bring your hands to heart center. Pull your heels in and bend your knees to your squat. Arms look up. And bend into your knees. Make sure your knees are coming over your ankles and you're sitting back. Your knees aren't coming in. Good. Inhale, raise up. And bend into your knees one more time. Good. Bring up your right heel. Pick up your left heel. Lower your right. Lower your left. Inhale, raise all the way up. Bring your toes forward. Exhale, come all the way forward. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your right hand in and your left hand to the sky. I'll mirror you guys. Look up towards your top hand. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Another nice deep breath. Come all the way down as far as you'd like. You can grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and see if you can make 90-degree angles with your arms and have your head come almost all the way down. I like to give my hips a little bit shift from side to side because they get really tight. Round yourself all the way up. Raise your arms into the sky. Lower your hands to heart center. Bring your left toes, point toes in front of your mat. Bend into your front knee and extend your arms. Warrior 1, 2. Look over your front hand. Bend into your front knee a little bit more than you'd like. So nice, deep warrior 2. See if you can soften your shoulders. Take another breath. Behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest. Still look forward, bend into your front knee more. Leg, hinge forward over your front leg into triangle with your hands bound. And then see if you can get your torso. So you really have to engage your legs here. So engage your legs, see if you can get your torso so it's almost parallel with the ground. Pull your hands back towards your back heel. Release your arms. You can bring your hand anywhere you'd like on your leg. Extend your right arm to the sky. Look up towards your top hand. Another nice deep breath. Front knee. Keep your hand above your torso. So there's a nice straight line from your bottom wrist all the way to your tips of your fingers on your right hand. Nice and strong. Front palm over, reach over your back leg. Your center, extend your arms out, toes towards me. Raise your arms into the sky. Lower your hands to heart center. Keep your legs straight. Inhale, raise up, look up. And exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Allow your head and your neck to release and relax. Come all the way down. You can bend one knee, bend your other knee. Bend both knees, round up. Raise your arms into the sky, lower your hands to heart center. Bring your right toes towards the front of your mat. Extend your arms to the side, bend into your front knee. Warrior two, look over your front hand. Back glute here, and you should feel like your torso straight up and down. Your front knee is over your front ankle, and you're looking over the middle finger of your front hand. Your gaze stays forward, but you interlace your hands, open up your heart and your chest. Again, shoulder. Pull in your belly and pull in your ribs as well. Make sure your knee stays exactly where it is over your ankle. This is a very strong pose. Take another nice deep breath. Front leg, hinge forward. Again, bound trikonasana. So see if you can really engage your legs, almost like you're pulling your heels towards each other. And then bring your torso so it's parallel with the ground. And chest so it's facing the side. Take another breath. Down. Lift your left arm to the sky, look up towards your top hand. Make sure your knee is right over again your ankle, and there's a nice straight line all the way from your bottom wrist to your top wrist. Engage your back quad. And come back, warrior two. From palm over, reach over your back leg. To your center. Palms facing down, arms horizontal. Allow your shoulders to relax, and then just roll your shoulders back and forth. Your hands behind your back, open up your heart and your chest, bend into your knees and come all the way forward. As far as you'd like, roll your shoulder blades back, and then see if you can get them forward. Bend into your knees, round yourself all the way up, raise your arms into the sky, look up, lower your hands to heart center, and bend your knees, pop your feet together, and come towards the front of your mat. Bring your toes together, inhale, raise your arms to the sky, look up, exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, high plank. Pause here. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way down. Upward dog or cobra, downward dog. Your orange child's pose. Feel free to take any pose you'd like and just allow yourself to breathe and relax for a few breaths before we come in to a little bit of our flow. Breathing in and out through your nose. Hop yourself into your downward dog with your toes together. Together when you're going to lift up your legs. I find that it's just a little bit more balanced. So if you're not in downward dog, pop yourself up into downward dog and then raise your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Look, step your back foot forward. Slide your back heel to the ground, raise your arms into the sky. Two, look over your front hand, take another nice deep breath. Forward, come into your triangle again, this should feel nice. Extend your arm to the sky, look up. Take another nice deep breath. Frame your front foot, pop your back heel up, step back, high plank, hold here. For a count of 5, 4, 3, halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra, downward dog. Your left leg up, straight and strong. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Feel good, feel open, feel organized. Look towards your hands, step your back foot forward. Warrior one. Knee lined up with ankle, raise your arms into the sky. Feel strong or pose power. Straighten your back leg more than you think you should. Open up, warrior two. Again, hitting that perfect stance. You've hit it before today. Power pose. Pull your belly in, engage your back glutes, straighten out your front leg. Trikonasana, hinge forward. Bring your hand down, arm to the sky, look up towards your top hand. Still feel the strength in your legs. Take another breath. Step back, high plank, hold here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, lower halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra, downward dog. Slide your feet as wide as a mat in downward dog now. Slide your heels of your hands in just a little bit more towards your toes so you can have a short, wide downward dog. Reach your right hand to your left ankle or anywhere on your leg. See if you can have equal weight on both of your feet and really stretch out your shoulder here. Look underneath your armpit. To your center, over to your other side. Your center, come down onto your knees, bring your knees underneath your shoulders. Bring your forearms to the ground and bring your hands together. If you want to do dolphin with your hands so they're parallel, your forearms are parallel with each other, that's really cool too. Whichever feels good today. Curl your toes under dolphin, raise your hips to the sky. Another shoulder stretch, bring your toes together. You can bend both knees. Just make sure your back is nice and flat. Move your feet as close as you'd like to your head. Back now a little bit, almost like almost even a little bit wider than your downward dog. And then come forward, nose over your fingertips. And back. Forearms. And forward, nose over your fingertips or your thumbs. And back. So you're not quite coming into plank. And back. And one more time. Forward. And back. And downward dog or child's pose. So whatever feels good. If you're in child's pose, which is a good option too, bring your hands as wide as a mat and bring your palms facing up. And just allow your forehead to be on the ground. If you're in downward dog, just stretch out your legs. Whatever feels good here. Just a few more breaths wherever you are. Yourself up into your downward dog. Your mat. Bring your toes together, bend your knees, come into chair. You'd like. Forward, however you'd like to get down here, but you're gonna come into boat. So if you wanna stay here, that's totally cool. Otherwise, you're gonna come all the way down into boat. Hold here. Back up to chair. Straighten your legs, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. One more nice little flow. Raise your right leg up. Step it forward in between your hands. Warrior one, raise your arms into the sky. Warrior two, look over your front hand. Straighten out your front leg, hinge forward, triangle. Look up towards your top hand, take another breath. Front toes, bend into your front knee, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Bring your hand a little further, probably in front of your mat, and bring your leg up so it's parallel with the ground. Flex your foot, reach your arm higher. Challenge would be to look up at your top hand. You can even point your toes, bend your knee, Chapasana, and open up. And yourself all the way back into your high plank. For kind of 5, 4, 3, halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra, downward dog. Raise your left leg up, look towards your hands, step your foot forward, warrior one. Power, raise your arms into the sky, like you mean it. Open up, warrior two. Hinge forward, Trikonasana. Look up towards your top hand. Get ready for your balance, feel strong, bend into your front knee. Look down towards your front toes. Bring your hand a little further forward. Bring your leg up so it's parallel with the ground. Again, you can top hand. If you want to challenge, you can point your toes, bend your top knee, reach around and grab the top of your foot. Open up. Find your balance wherever you'd like. 2 more breaths. All the way down, high plank hold. Five, 4, 3, 2. Forward, halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. You guys got it. Pedal it out. Child's pose, whatever you'd like. To downward dog if you're not there already. Hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky, look up. Lower your hands to heart center, bend into your knees. Chair. Hand side, bring your elbow to your knee. Twist open. Over to your other side, elbow to your knee, open. Forward fold. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Both knees round up. Raise your arms into the sky, look up. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. High plank. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Raise your right hand, leg up to the sky. It's pigeon time. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Slide your foot back. You can point your toes. Most of you know how I feel about hips. If they're tight, they're strong, which is great. So just no pressure here, but just make sure your hips are pointing forward and your back leg's kind of in the middle of your mat. So you're really organized in the middle of your system. You don't feel like you're falling over from side to side. So if you can hold this position, that's a good position to know that you're in the right position. With or without your hands, come forward. Allow your hands to come and make a pillow and just rest in here. This is our pose of surrender, which is actually a really good pose for right now, for everything that's going on. So just allow, all we can do is kind of just be at this point. Just allowing everything to settle. Again, I highly encourage you guys to do your pigeons before you go to sleep. It's just great to open everything up. And if you're doing maybe a little bit more exercise, maybe more running and biking than you usually have time for, just yeah, throw this in. with a little 5-minute cat and cow at the end of your day. Here. Raise your torso up and place your fingertips just a little bit in front of your knee and really balance yourself here. If that feels good and it's not too much on your back, bend your back knee. If you'd like, you can reach around, same hand, same leg. So left hand, left leg. And then if you'd like, you can pull it in towards your elbow crease and then even balance. High plank. And give your leg a little bit of a shake out in downward dog. Excuse me, pick your left leg up, straight and strong behind you. Look towards your hands, pigeon on your left hand side. Knee comes out to the outside of your mat, heel comes to the inside. Toes are pointed. Unless you're super flexible in your hips, your leg can come parallel with the ground, with the top of the mat, and your foot can be flexed. Otherwise, if your foot is not at a straight across, then it should be pointed, just to help the knee out. Up, and then again, you can see how this hip feels. And then with or without your hands, come forward. Allow your hands to make a pillow and just breathe in and out through your nose. If this isn't awesome for your knees, if you're feeling it more in your knees than your hip, then you can always do a figure 4, or you can always do this on your back. So, this is here. To settle. Nice one for your right hip flexor. Maybe raise your torso up. Again, your fingertips, propping yourself up, chest up a little higher. You can bend into your back knee. Again, same hand, same leg. So you can reach your right hand back and find your balance. Maybe some of you can come to the inside of your elbow crease and even come up. The next option is to bind from here. As yourself, last downward dog. Make it a goodie. Now, bring your feet hip width apart. Maybe your normal downward dog. See if you can reach your heels back to the ground. Expansive in your shoulders. Good position in the middle of your mat. Boat. Bring your knees into your chest and either have your hands underneath your knees or straighten out your arms and your legs. Come into boat for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees. Extend your legs forward. Flex your feet. Extend your arms into the sky. Bring your hands a little forward. Good. And then actually bend your knees. Bring your feet to the ground. Make sure you have enough space behind you, so maybe scoot a little further forward. And roll yourself all the way to the ground. Bridge. Bring your heels in a little bit closer towards your glutes. I don't want them all the way touching, but you maybe can, well, my arms are extremely long, but maybe you can touch your fingertips to your heels. Maybe not. Who knows? See how that feels. You don't want them to be too far or too close. And then have your knees hip width apart. Just pause here. And then bring your hips to the sky. Interlace your hands underneath your back. Don't do what I do. Just don't look from side to side. When your hips are off the ground, you really want to make sure you don't turn your head from side to side because it doesn't help your neck. So you always want to be either closing your eyes or looking straight up towards the ceiling, maybe towards the sky. Hopefully you guys are outside. Up towards the sky. This is awesome for your glutes. Bring your left leg up. Up a little higher. Release your hands, come all the way down into your back. Take another breath here. Do bridge one more time, just like that. Or if you'd like to come into wheel, you can do that as well. So organize yourself however you'd like. If you'd like to come into wheel, oh, and this is awesome too. If you guys have a wall, this is such a great thing to do. You can either bring your hands, so your hands are actually on the wall, or the heels of your hands can be on the wall for bridge. So you can kind of move yourself a little closer to the wall if you'd like. And then you can lift up into bridge. It gives you just a little bit of support. It also allows some of you, if you're trying to get a little bit more flexible on your shoulders, to see if you can bring your chest a little bit closer to the wall. Take just a few breaths wherever you are. Come all the way down onto your back. Knees up towards the sky. Bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. If you'd like, you can bring the bottoms of your feet together and your knees come out to the side. I feel like that feels awesome. Strong. Your chest. Bring your right knee into your chest and your left leg out to a hover. Bring your nose, I was gonna say your right nose, but it's just your regular nose. Your nose to your right knee. And then just hold here, really engage your core. And now relax everything on the ground. Bring your right leg over to your left-hand side. Extend your right arm out. Both knees into your chest. Extend your right leg out, your nose towards your left knee. Really engage your core. Your power, your power, your power. Point your toes. Feel strong. Relax everything. Bring your left knee over to your right hand side. Extend your left arm out. Nice little twist. Hopefully you feel a little bit more open in your shoulders, a little bit more powerful with your warriors. Or a little bit of psoas. To your chest, if there's anything else you feel like you need to do in order to fulfill your practice, please feel free to do that now. Otherwise, you can just come into Shavasana. You can bring your feet as wide as the mat. Some people like that. I like my feet about hip width apart. And then bring your hands out just a little bit away from your hips. Basically, the idea is that you don't have your hands and your feet touching anything. Have your palms facing up and just have your shoulders roll back and down. So feel the natural curves you have everywhere. So the natural curve in your neck, natural curve in your back. And right now, this is your perfect posture. Just with complete balance and settle. Please take as long as you'd like. Here, possibly go into a little bit of a meditation. Otherwise, taking about 10 breaths just to allow your body and your system to settle. extend your arms above your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Roll onto your right hand side. Get you ready for the day. Feel strong. Seated position. I'm gonna grab my block again. For you, your nice tall seated position. You can close your eyes, bring your hands to your knees, have your palms facing down, just a little inward reflection. Then allow the skin around your eyes to soften. Again, having your eyes nice and closed, everything nice and relaxed, but strong. Something that you appreciate or are grateful for today. Love. Absolute honor to share this practice with all of you beautiful people. Namaste.